put on D&D as well. So we don't forget next.
He just ruined my intro completely. So shut the fuck up.
Alright.
Alright? Shut up. Shut up. We're starting over again. Alright guys, this is Nick Saberwolf Prenny here with another SaberCast, and on this SaberCast I'm joined by the one and only Chunks Meister. How's it going, Chunks?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I need to go on Twitch here and update the fact that I'm actually broadcasting a Han game, which would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah!
And I hate the fact that I can hear.
Yeah, I don't know if you can mute that or not.
I don't think I'm casting a Han.
I don't think you can unless you mute all the sounds. So yeah, and
I'm pretty sure I
and
can.
make sure you have D&D on, because these kids are talking and it's just really boring. So
yeah, let me update it. I'm gonna Tama versus ESSE and
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
SaberCast. Torture. Chunks. Alright, finish announcing. Wait. I keep forgetting to hit the fucking update channel button. Tama. That's gonna get really old real quick.
and whoever's spectating are a bunch of kids, so this will be wonderful.
Oh, I know, dude. It's gonna make for a great cast.
Pestilence.
Alright, let me search for game, and then I'll save this. Heroes of New Earth. Done. Alright, cool. We're good to go. Alright, man, so let's get into it here. Basically, we're looking at tamatamatama versus Essence. There's a couple ringers on each one of these teams, but Tama is on the Legion team, Essence is on the Hellborn team, and we've already got a bunch of stuff that we can scroll right through, so I'm going to go with the initial bans first, which I've, went through already. So, connecting, what did they ban out? Scroll down through here. Okay, banning phase. So we banned out Cthulhu Font, Rhapsody, Parasite, and then what else? There's got to be a fourth one. Oh, and
Tremble. Yeah. Why are they posting this? Like,
I don't know. I have no idea. And then our first pick on the Legion team, Bubbles, pretty standard first pick. It's regardless of what the meta is, he always seems to be right there. First pick on Essence, Drunken Master, which I don't know about you. I think he's relatively fell off a lot recently.
I think he's fine still. I think his whole concept is still viable, but his nerves make him a bit well, not as strong, but I think he's more balanced than he was pre-patch.
All right. So, then we're gonna follow that up with what do we got? Torture next.
Torture and Pestilence, yeah.
Followed by the Magmus after that. Torture is pretty standard as a pretty much you can play him in any role. Imagine they'll play him as the hard support or secondary support in this role. Magmus will probably be your mid unless they do something like Mag Pyro or I don't know. We'll see how that's played out. Then they picked up Pestilence and Empath, and I absolutely love seeing games with Empath in them. I don't know about you.
Well, whenever I look at an Empath pick, most likely means that the Hellborn team will have a hard carry. I am both with and against it. I'm not a huge fan of hard carries just because, they're always in lane farming, they farm, and then half an hour in the game, that's when they actually shine once they have a few items. I'd rather see a more action-packed game. So yeah, there is a yes and no of it. I really like the Legion's draft more right now, just because of the Pestilence pick. He's one of those heroes which has been on and off in the meta. I think he's really strong still once he has his PK, but before that he's just an easy target.
Do you think the buff to any of the items may have brought Pestilence back in the fold to things like Shield Breaker or any of those items where they made minus armor more of a priority?
I know that. So the items that were buffed that I can think of off the top of my head has been the Charged Hammer or the Thunderclaw, and the Shield Breaker. Uh, with Pestilence, I think only the Shield Break will be viable, but not as viable as other items. Because when you usually pick up like a Pestilence, right? You usually build a PK first, and then a Red into then a Soul's Bulwark. So I don't think any of these items will really affect them much, even though they were buffed. But yeah.
I'm pretty sure somebody on tamatamatama was watching our stream because they banned out the Swiftblade first in the second round of bans, which they did have highlighted on Essence. So
Yeah,
we
I
don't
don't
know
know.
about that, maybe.
Yeah, no, I don't know like if you have D&D on right now, but there's a person who linked your stream,
Yeah.
so now they're watching you nonstop. So
Yeah, I kind of figured that. We do have, it looks like from what I'm seeing on my XSplit, we have 6 viewers at the moment.
no, wonderful. So I guess half and half
Yeah.
of each team are watching. So that's not bad though. How we have 6 streamers, a
Yeah,
few more
they're
from
all
what you
they're all
usually
members
have.
of the two competing teams.
Yeah.
Okay, so first pick out of the second ban phase is Ophelia. You should have a soft spot in your heart for that pick.
I do
Mr.
love the
Ophelia.
hero. I love the hero. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan. In this lineup, I think it does work. Because the pestilence needs farm early game, and if you have an Ophelia, it just helps open up the map, having the pestilence more of a or more area to farm. I think as the Legion's last pick, it should be another hero, which is a heavy teamfight hero, not really a much of a farmer. Because if you look at the Hellborn's draft, every one of their heroes, they don't need a hard farmer. They're all heavy team fight. So how you usually counter a heavy team fight draft is with more heavy team fight. So the Legion team had picked up the Gaunlet, which I like as a pick. Uh, but yeah, I don't know if they have the damage output or as much as the Hellborn draft because Hellborn has the Magmus, they have the Pyro, and those guys are heavy magic damage. While on the Legion team, they only have Gauntlet, Pestilence, and Torturer.
Yeah, I can say they beyond the team fight ability of the Legion team, they have some serious creep clearing and pushing potential behind the Torture, the Bubbles, and the Gauntlet, especially with the Ophelia rolled in. Anytime they want to push a tower from, say the half health point when a creep is pushed up on, they'll have the ability. And it does look like the Hellborn team did go with that Mag Pyro, like I suggested earlier on. I've been seeing that a lot recently, the re-emergence of the Mag Pyro. It makes me happy because that whenever I started playing Han, whatever, maybe 5 years ago or 6 years ago or 12 years ago, whenever the hell this game came out, that was one of my favorite combos to play. And at the time, it was huge in the meta. Mag Pyro was like either first banned or first picked. So I love seeing it come back. I'm curious where they're going to play these lanes, if they're going to do Mag Pyro mid, or they're going to try to do maybe something like the Silhouette mid, and I don't know. I'm curious how they're going to do the lanes. I suspect to see the Mag Pyro mid against the Bubble solo mid, the Ophelia obviously in the jungle. I'm not into, or no, I take that back. I imagine the Bubbles will go Suicide.
Yeah, so I think in terms of laning, I think that lanes would be Bubbles up top, Gauntlet in the middle lane with the Torturer and Pestilence on the bottom. On the Hellborn side, it would be Empath and Silhouette up top, Magmus and Pyro middle, and Drunken Master bottom. That's these are very standard lanes. I'm not really surprised if it would be like if the lanes did change up, like you had Drunken Master middle, Pyro Mag bottom. Whoa, sorry, never mind. But I wouldn't mind seeing a Magmus and Pyro bottom to basically harass a Pestilence out of lane, because then it means that Legion would have to lane change as well. But I don't know. We'll see.
That's what I assumed. What I was gonna see. I figured we'd see Magpyro bottom. I think that as much as I'd like to see this silhouette be babysat by this empath, just due to the fact that she would get free farm, I'm pretty sure that shit. How do I ignore chat even more than I already have it?
Just put on D&D and change your chat tab to whisper.
Alright, I think I got it now. But regardless, I would love to see this silhouette be babysat top, just because she would get huge, but a silhouette's one of those heroes that really doesn't need babysat. She's along the same lines as, say, somebody like an Arachna, just due to the fact that her dot just basically doesn't allow whoever's going to play in that suicide role to stay near the lane. They'll just burn through their regen, and regardless if the lane's pushed up, she still has her whatever the hell it's called, the grapple or whatever it is to get away.
Or true grapple, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like her in a one-on-one matchup. If it's against a melee hero like Pharaoh or Kraken, this hero will almost always win. If a silhouette is alone against any ranged offlaner like Bubbles, she will have a harder time. I don't think she'll have as much farm, and she will instantly lose a lane against a higher ranged hero. I really like her buffs though. Overall, her abilities have made her stronger, but just the range decrease is a huge downside in a one-on-one situation.
Oh wow, I still have my freaking oh wow, I'm not like paying attention at all. I have the draft overlay up. I am seriously not paying attention.
That's okay. Well, the game's paused anyways, so it didn't make a huge difference.
Yeah, strategy pause. So
Yeah.
that's great. I'm glad I pulled my stream up because I never would have seen that. All right. So this is my favorite part of every scrimmage, is how people in this bracket, and I know they're not amateurs by by any means. I know these are like basically players below top tier, but I hate strategy pods. I can't stand them in the scrimmage. I think in the scrimmage you should have some general idea what the hell you're gonna do, regardless of what your lineup, and just go. I can't stand it. I almost enjoy doing replay casts more solely because of this.
Yeah. To be honest, I think this is actually a bathroom break for the drafters. That's what usually happens with me whenever I draft. I gotta use the bathroom like right after. I don't know what it is, but it happens almost every scrim that I do.
That's because
or even in a real game.
You're a little girl and you get nervous.
No, because I drink a lot of water, so.
Dude, I'll crush like 2 Powerades during the scrimmage and I still won't have to pee.
That's not water though. It's Powerade, like completely different.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's get
Because
it
it's not
on.
mostly comprised of water. Whoa, what
Yeah.
the hell is going on here? Okay, so reload. Let's see who my viewers are. It's probably me. I'm probably all 3 viewers. Okay, so we're out of a pause here, which is great. Yes, I'm happy. So let's do this.
All right, so lanes are as I had hoped for. So you see the Drunken Master bottom, Magmus is middle, the Pyro middle. Magmus will be heading bottom with the Empath and Silhouette up top. Legion team, Hubbles is bottom. No, he's middle actually.
This is
that's
I
bottom.
watched a scrimmage the other day where tamatamatama played and won, but they played a strategy very similar to this where they sent the bubbles mid. That's why I suggested that early on, but I wasn't entirely sure how they were going to play it. I think if they do end up sending this Pestilence Torture top against this silhouette, they will have an okay time. It's probably a good decision. If the Empath does stay up here, it will even it out a lot. I think the bubbles will have a difficult time against the Mag Pyro, specifically because it's really hard to disjoint a Mag stun. It's a little bit easier to disjoint a Pyro stun, but if he does get caught at, what is it? It's going to be level 3 for each, or say level 3 and level 2 for the Pyro. He's going to be very close to death almost every time, and whatever regen he does have, which it looks like it's only 3 tangos and 1 health pod, he's going to burn through that really quick.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't even think that Hubbles will be in the range of experience. That's because the Hyro, he can harass Hubbles really well if he levels up 1 level in his fervor, because the dot on his fervor is actually really strong.
Yep.
not many heroes realize how strong it is, and that there are times where you can level it over your Pyro Stun, Dragonfire. So you see right here, like in the middle lane, Pyromancer, he was heavily harassed, and he had to use his health potion, which is a win right now
The bubbles
for
early
this.
on.
Yeah, exactly. So if you see up top lane, I like to kind of play this because now the Empath is in the forest running around looking for Ophelia, I believe, and she left Silhouette up top. So I don't really know about this. I think right now the Hellborn team should lane change and have Silhouette bottom against the Gaunlet. I think that would be the most ideal thing to do. But I don't know. Let's just see how they play it out.
I don't know. I mean, I honestly think, regardless of the situation with this pseudo tri-lane top, I think Silhouette is still going to have an easier time getting CS here than, say, if you swap the roles of the Drunken Master in her position. Now, obviously, I know that the Silhouette would dominate the Gauntlet bottom. There's no doubt about that. But not only would you be, you would be severely handicapping a player that in a role right now against the Gauntlet, he can actually thrive. So, I mean, you can have this Drunken Master win this bottom lane, and say the Silhouette comes out, as long as she doesn't die, I mean, they basically won, because she's still going to have the ability to get some kind of CS. And if this Ophelia just decide to get a little bit aggressive along with this Torturer, regardless, I mean, this Torturer is going to be frail no matter what level this hero is at. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Torturer gets a little too frisky, and looks like we're going to have a jump here on the Silhouette with a double stun with the Minotaur and the Torturer. She does tree grapple away, and the Impalement doesn't look like it's going to do enough to kill her.
Yeah, but that was a really nice play by this Silhouette player. I think that was an easy kill for the Legion team, but I think if they had them, or if any other players, either the Torture or the Ophelia, were in a better spot, they would have been able to auto attack the Silhouette better.
See, I look at it like this: if the Drunken Master, say they did the lane switch, if the Drunken Master was in that position and he did, chances by pushing up to try to get some CS,
Bloodlust.
the difference is, oh gosh, I missed the Bloodlust in the middle. And just like I talked about, 3 and 4, so I was off by 1 level. It looks like they were going to dive on this Empath top. The Pestilence misses. No, the Pestilence goes in. He is going to get the kill on the Empath. The Torturer does miss the stun. It looks like they were going to try to dive this Silhouette, and they end up getting a kill on her. The Minotaur kept sight, so they did get a double tap top. It looks like, yeah, okay, so the Pestilence did get a double tap. And, the experience and goal lead, regardless, is pretty much dead even at the 3-minute mark, regardless of the kill advantage, just because of how the experience is being divided on this pseudo tri-top. This Pestilence is in a really bad spot. He's going to get a couple auto attacks, and he's probably going to fall. He's going to try to die to minions, and he does. He does get denied by the neutral creeps, which is really good. Pyromancer misses his stun on the Ophelia. Torturer basically cancels that whole fight out. And they could have picked up a kill on the Ophelia, which would have been huge. But regardless if the Newts got the kill or not, they still have an experience. I'm sorry, no, I take that back. The Hellborn team is now behind. So
yeah, even with the Magmus having the first blood medal, it doesn't really look like he's been in the lane much.
Did he get picked off? Yes, he did.
He did.
Bubbles got the kill middle on the Magmus. We completely missed it. So Bubbles is in a really bad spot. Magmus is haste. They do get the stun on. The Pyromancer is going to follow up with his stun. He doesn't have mana for the wave, so they're going to try to body block the best they can. I don't know if they're going to be able to get this kill because Pyromancer is not going to be able to stay in range and get auto attacks off. Bubbles is trying to drink his bottle as fast as he can. Magmus does get the secondary stun, and that's the end of that. So it looks like a little bit of revenge came from the Magmus about 30 seconds later, so that's pretty good.
It was all the haste rune though, like it was all the RNG on having the haste rune. But I think if you didn't have it, then Bubbles would have made it away scot-free.
This Empath is living a little dangerous right now. She did take a lot of chip damage from the Skeleton King and the Ophelia auto attack. She is being chased down by the Pestilence. She puts on the Essence Link, and they're probably going to get a kill on this Pestilence if Silhouette can get another auto attack. Oh, wow. This Silhouette's probably going to get 2 kills. The Ophelia does end up killing the Empath, and there you go. Double tap on the Silhouette, which is not good. If you're going to win this pseudo-try, the one thing you don't want to do is allow this Silhouette to get experience in gold, and if she can't get it from CS, she's gonna get it from kills, and it's not a position they want to be in on the Legion team.
Yeah, if you're looking at the GPM charts right now, a Silhouette only has 200 at GPM. So every little or every what's the word? So like Silhouette up top got 2 kills, and that I think that really helped with her farm, even though she's way behind. But I think that in the long run it'll help with her GPM. But
Yeah,
just right
she only
now,
has 10 CS, and she's getting jumped on by this Torture and this Pestilence. I don't know if she's going to trigger up her way. She doesn't have the mana for it. She's probably going to die here, and she's definitely dead.
Sit down, son.
yeah. So I think right now the Legion team is in a good spot, just because the let's see, the Pestilence is up top free farming, while the Silhouette is still below 190 GPM almost. So right now the Pestilence, once he has his PK, he can roam and he can help out with the other lanes. But I think right now with the Hellborn team, it's basically a Russian who gets the PK first. So Magmus is in a good spot right now, where he ported up top. Wait, no, we didn't. Where's Magmus? Oh, he's middle still. So
This
Magmus
Empath puts the Essence Links on the Torturer. The Torturer is going to stun. She's still not dropped. The Essence Link is just doing too much work. The Empath does fall in the end. But this Ophelia is in a really bad spot, too. Pyromancer going to land a stun over the cliff or something. I don't know if they'll be able to get the chase down, or she does have red boots, but so does the Silhouette. I don't know if she's going to get her abilities up in time, or she's going to be able to get any auto attacks. So the Pestilence is coming in. Might see a stun here. And no, I don't think he's going to waste the mana. He's not. One thing I did want to make note is we talked about the Magmus getting his portal key first, but we did just miss a kill bottom. The Gauntlet did drop the Drunken Master. The Pestilence at 300 and some GPM was, 340 GPM was doing well, but the Drunken Master was also doing very well for the Hellborn up until that death. So
I think there's a bit even actually if you're looking at the last hits and where Elaine is. But yeah, I'm missing a lot of team fights.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know
if you
what's
look at the CS, it's 25, 25, 26, 27. So 27 creep kills for Gauntlet. The Drunken Master was sitting at 32 with 13 denies. So, I mean, there should have been a relatively decent level discrepancy, but for some reason, well, I mean, obviously he got the kill. But the Gauntlet is ahead. So, if we look at just overall GPM charts, the Gauntlet is pretty... Oh, man. I tell you what, the Mag Pyro is just doing wonders. I missed that kill too because I'm absolutely terrible at this. But the Mag Pyro ended up getting a kill on Torturer. And I have a feeling Torturer is going to be cannon fodder this entire game. You've seen in the last 2 or 3 fights where Empath just basically puts the Essence Link on her. Even after being double stunned by the Pestilence and the Torturer. And she just walks around and just basically, dots down the Torturer.
Oh yeah, and even the Mag Pyro lane. That's a really old school lane, and
we do see a Gauntlet jump on the Silhouette top. I don't think we're gonna be able to see an alter. So Gauntlet basically used his ultimate there to pin down the Silhouette after the minus armor was pulling on, and there was no way she was gonna get away. Even if she did pop her ultimate, she was below a quarter life in the tree line. They would have been able to kill both of them with a Gauntlet Power Glove. So. It's looking pretty good right now for the Legion team. I mean, I don't really think that they won the pseudo trilene. I can't really say that because they allowed the Silhouette to get some okay form, I guess. But she has died 3 times, so I don't know. I guess you have to define what you want your trade to be, because the Pestilence is doing really well. He's approaching that 400 GPM mark, and motherfucker.
What happened?
Somebody's playing music. Can you hear that? Because I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it too. So, yeah, I think it is AoE effect.
It does look like they're going to try to jump on, well, maybe not. This Pestilence did pop his flight, so I imagine he has an idea that there's more than just Silhouette there. If they can get something on him, I mean, he knows the Pyromancer's there now. So... Well, it does look like this Magmus is in a really bad spot. Gauntlet ultimate, followed up by a Torture Stun, Impalement, and then a hook, and he just dropped immediately. This Gauntlet and this Pestilence are going to get out of hand. The only thing I can say is if for some possible way, if they don't decide to go on a push frenzy, which it almost looks like the Hellborn might attempt to do a little push chip damage on this top tower. I don't think they're going to be able to drop it. But if they can let this go, say, past the 30-minute mark, I'm going to guess 30-minute mark, they're going to be in a really piss-poor position. It looks like this Drunken Master trying to jump on this Torturer. Ophelia does pop the ultimate. They're going to try to turn his back around on the Drunken Master. It doesn't really pay off. Magmus does stun in. He's channeling the ultimate, but Torturer immediately cancels it with a stun. So, wasted ultimate by Magmus. Nothing really came from either team.
Ain't nobody killing that tower but me.
And they did push
deny
the
up
tower.
top.
And yeah, Pestilence does get the deny. So that's pretty
Yes.
huge. That's pretty huge, especially, you know, denying a tower with 3 ranged attacking it. Come on, guys. You need to be able to stagger your auto attacks a little bit better than that.
Yeah, I think right now that the Legion team is in a really good spot because right now they have an Ophelia and he's a heavy pusher and they have been able to have high GPM. So if they just keep up with their pushing, then they'd be in an even better spot right now.
The Drunken Master does jump in on the Gauntlet.
Ain't nobody
Bubbles drops
killing
the
that
ultimate, but I think he's
tower
just
but
going to
me.
basically jump away. I don't think he's going to die. Gauntlet just blew his ultimate on a Drunken Master that had his ulti pop. So, they might try to turn this. I mean, it looked like they were trying to push the tower, but this Drunken Master, who's sitting really low. Oh, nice wall by Empath. I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything here. Silhouette's not really going to be able to do anything. Nice disjoint with the shell with Bubbles, so he didn't really take any damage there. But they might try to push this tower back. I mean, the tower is low. They got it low. And they did pop the glyph because they are pushing this mid lane. So I don't know if they're going to try to rotate and defend this mid lane, but we're going to see something here. Magmus ulti is still down for 50 seconds, so there's no...
Oh, it's
The
dropping.
Legion had
Yeah.
destroyed a Hellborn tower.
So basically, this is what the Hellborn team needs to avoid. They need to avoid this push tower drop damage differential. Pyro does land the stun on the Pestilence, but the damage isn't there. He's probably going to get the kill. He
Serial
does with the
killer.
ultimate. Torture gets the kill on the Magmus, which is huge.
And-
This Pyro is running 3-0 and 2. So as a primary, oh no, I guess not a primary support, but a secondary support is already sitting on full boots investments, which is pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm just looking at the vision right now. I don't think the Hellborn team has a lot of vision up. All they have is one lane ward up top, and that's not really of use right now.
Well, they also have a rune ward. It's sort of sitting not in a standing position.
Yeah, so that was
I think
sorry.
they have their wards kind of concentrated where the action is. The Legion team is most definitely doing a better job warding. They have both rune spots covered. They have middle ground covered. They have counters in for the bottom rune spot. But it just seems like the Hellborn team, I don't know if they're just prioritizing their money to try to get early items or what have you, but it seems like they have the bare minimum when it comes to wards for what vision they're trying to accomplish at this point.
Yeah, well, right now the Hellborn team has a hard carry, so it is nice that they have both a lane ward and a ward in the top room warded because they want to have their forest free farm for Silhouette. So I like that, but I would like as well if one of the Hellborn players would stack the Ancients because Ancients provide like a large amount of income for the hard carry and the whole team overall. And you can take out the Ancients really easily because you have the Pyromancer and the Magmus, both heroes which have AoE spells.
Well, for some reason my chat keeps crashing on Twitch, so I don't even know if anybody's talking. Well, let me ask you this, and I mean I think it's a pretty obvious question. This is a nullstone game for the Silhouette. Would you agree? Would you disagree? What do you think about that?
I don't think that this is a nullstone game because they have a Pestilence and his ultimate is a six second cooldown. No, it's actually 10. So I think that will easily pick up his nullstone, and they don't have and the Legion team don't have a lot of spells which will activate the nullstone. So I think he's better off building thinking like a straight blink and being more active in team fights, or if he wants to farm, he could build like a Dawnbringer, or even like a light brand into a Searing Light, which is the fire brand plus light brand combined, and buy a Whispering Helmet.
I wasn't necessarily thinking about the nullstone in the sense just for single spell canceling abilities, and I think the big one that I'd be worried about beyond the Pestilence Gauntlet ultimate, because if she does get locked down, regardless of the pushing power and the creep clearing potential that the Legion team has, they have some serious burst. Whether it's, Torture, Stun, or it's Pestilence, Stun, or it's Gauntlet, Power Glove. And I think the Nullstone not only would give her the ability to disjoint at least one of those spells, but it would give her that, plus 10 stats in every category that would give her a little bit additional life. I don't see her getting that if she goes to Blink, and I think sitting at 700 life, that's not, especially when she's only doing auto attack damage, and say like at the point when she picks up her blink, she's probably going to be auto attacking for like 90 plus her passive.
The Legion had destroyed a Hellborn
spot for her
tower.
to be in. I think she's going to need something that gives her a little bit of sustainability, and she's not going to get that from the light brand either. So I'm not entirely sure which way she would go. If I was in her position, I mean I would probably go the Nullstone, but that's why I'm not a high tier player. That's why I have you on the cast.
I'm flattered, Sable. Thank you. So, like in the bottom lane right now, we have the Pestilence hopping on Drunken Master, and the Legion team is actually split right now in the forest. And the Legion team's back
doesn't look
right
like
now.
anything is going to come of this. Maybe if the Magmus decides to stun in, he might be able to set something up. But this Drunken Master, it's almost like he's got that trigger finger as soon as he sees the auto attack, or I mean like the motion that either the Pestilence ultimate's going to come out or the Gauntlet ultimate's coming out. He's getting ready to cue that ultimate, just basically to speed him up and make him even deadlier. So this Pyro's in a really, really shitty position. Too bad they didn't have sight. Combo of stuns, impalements, all that other wonderful stuff basically dropped, and this Magmus is going to fall middle, and this Drunken Master needs to get the hell out of dodge. It's basically not a wipe, but the three heroes that are going to basically set up your fights, being the Mag, the Pyro, and, well, the Empath, whether, she jumps in or sets up a wall or a big Essence, they were gone. And it looks like they might take this opportunity to get a Kong. They watched the Pyro put down the ward, so they immediately countered it, and with the Gauntlet, it makes this shit easy. Kong's only hitting for 50. And he attacks super slow, 35% movement speed, slow, attack slow, 35 cast speed slow, and look at that.
Kongor has been
You're looking
slain.
at like a 40-second Kongor, and they're all level 9 and 10. That's pretty impressive. Not even 40 seconds. That was like a 25-second Kongor.
I really like how they had taken Kongor really early. It's very common once you have two heroes picked off.
Bubbles get a
the
big ultimate on this
and
Empath, and it was just a combo of blinks. Too many blinks. And this is the point that I was talking about, right? So the thing that they need to stop the Legion team from doing is embracing this gold lead. They have a 7,000k gold lead. And the thing is that they continue to push towers uncontested, whether it's mid, bot, or what have you. This is going to grow because their kill lead is so big. So, and the thing is, they're in a position right now they really can't contest it. Looks like this Drunken Master is going to jump in on this Torture, but it doesn't look like he's going to have enough damage to do anything about it. The Pestilence did jump in on the Pyromancer, but no follow-up there. So, I don't know. We might see something here middle. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not a huge fan of this. The Pestilence is split up on the team. He has creeps chasing him.
Yep. I don't like the fact that Magmus just blew a stun there on those creeps, but the Torture did have the Ophelia return to base on, so she's in a good position there. So it looks like Pestilence is sitting on the portal key. I think Gauntlet picked up. No, Gauntlet's sitting on token, which is kind of huge. Bubbles doesn't need the portal key, but he does have a portal key. So we got Bubbles portal key, Pestilence portal key. Magmus disjoins the Gauntlet ultimate with the Steam Bath, which is pretty awesome. And misses the hook. The only thing we got, yeah, I was gonna say the only thing we might see is a Skeleton King hold, but he wasn't in range for that either. It is 5-on-3 top, so if they do try to do something here, this Drunken Master is living dangerously. He jumps in on this Torture. Shell Surf. Looks like this Magmus is in a really bad spot. He tries to stun out. Drunken Master drops. Wow, that was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. I don't know if he thought he was going to have more follow-up. The Gauntlet misses a point blank. Oh,
Magmus ulti. Magmus misses everybody.
Ultimate. And, wow, okay, so the Empath falls. Gauntlet is, he's going to maybe possibly drop. Yeah, but he said Gauntlet drops. Magmus stuns through. Magmus is also caught by his ultimate. Silhouette drops. And
Legion wins.
Oh, my. Wow, 2 terrible team fights in a row. And that's the game. I wish I would have caught more of that on camera, but it was too split. I wanted to go one way or the other.
Oh man, I agree with that. I think the Hellborn just had bad fights. Think that they would have won in the late game, but it was just way too early. And I felt that if they had hung out for another, until the half an hour mark, they would have been fine. But they were picking fights when they didn't really need to.
I don't think, in all honesty, the way that game was going, they would have been able to uncontest push, even if they didn't take team fights. And I don't know if that game would have went a half hour. I think they'd have been able to take at least 2 sets of racks at that point.
Well,
So,
as long as you don't lose your tier 3 tower, then you should be fine. Any other tower before that isn't really a huge problem, especially against an early game lineup like a Torture and Ophelia. Those two heroes are just huge, heavy pushing lineups heroes in a draft. So I wouldn't really surprised if all the other towers were taken by the 18-minute mark.
I just do want to make note, based on the pickup of that, or the life tube, I'm going to say she was going Nullstone.
Yeah, and Nullstone. Yeah, that's more of a defensive item. I don't think it was a good pickup. If it was picked up, let me just check match stats. Yeah, so so I think he was building a Nullstone, but he didn't really have the farm to farm at a time. So if that's the case, I would rather him farm a PK.
Do you know if they're going to re?
Yeah, they are.
All right, I'll put you on follow.
All right, cool.
All right, well, I'm going to put this on, I guess I could put this on prep screen. Oh, no, wait, I'm going to go back to overlay.
Okay. So I'm going to mute you for 1 second.
All right. Well, actually, I'm going to go back to, I'm just going to go back to black. I need to get, like, just a fucking hold screen. I don't know why I don't.
You should make one.
I should make one.
Take a few minutes and have, like, a nice picture of yourself.
I might find one real
layout.
quick. So I'm gonna pause the cast here, and then I'm gonna make another one. So I'm gonna finish broadcast. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. This was Nick Saberwolf Prenny with another SaberCast. Thank you, Chunks. We might have another
pleasure.
game here in a few minutes.